after the run. Now a first down throw for Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now Stewart on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
Third and long. It's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
They start the drive with Anderson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, Simeon. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Simeon on first down. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner. Get him out.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 55 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on now.
Now Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Ware in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now it looks like we got the big tight end still down after the last play. Well, you can bet that they would hate to be without his services.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Here's Anderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Siemian. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And the Panthers coming out now.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
They come out here in the eye. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So with that, we come upon the 2-minute warning here on the NFL on EA Sports. Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, 67 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Thomas Davis coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. It's a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the 1st half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting him off. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jared Crick in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Third and long. It's Newton. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Ware able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. Now Simeon finding time, going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Newton now on second down. Surveying the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. In the backfield is Anderson. He'll get the football here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got time. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. But guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
From his goal line here, Newton. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Wake up!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Buying time to his left. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know in retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to record another sack, their sixth of the afternoon. On second down, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. From the gun on third down, Newton being chased out left. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They run it again with Anderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Simeon now to throw. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To throw is Simeon. He's got time in the pocket. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Finding time. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Third and long, it's Newton. And he finds a man, it's Olsen. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Anderson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And this looks to probably be the final play.